What's up guys, this is Sunny back with another video. Today real quick I want to share with you guys one of the product I received from Gamdias. So Gamdias was nice enough to send one of their mid-tower ATX RGB case. So exact model we have here, Gamdias Talos M1B. This case goes for around $90 and this case is great for gaming build, Hackintosh build, workstation build. You can't really go wrong with this case. So just because this case is a ATX mid-tower case, you can only go up to ATX motherboard. So yes, you have option for MATX, ITX. I don't really recommend, installing a ITX motherboard in like a ATX case. Kind of looks weird, but if you're in budget, you can go with like MATX motherboard, because currently I have an MATX motherboard installed and looks okay. Now, if you're planning on buying like a eATX motherboard, let's put it this way, any Threadripper motherboard like X399 motherboard, then I don't recommend you this case, because this case doesn't support eATX motherboard. I really like the front of the case. It does come with 3 RGB 120mm fans, so it looks really nice, and right there you're saving extra money, because if you buy a case then you want to buy some RGB fan, it will cost you an extra $25, $30 or maybe up to $40. So you're saving money there. And I really like the tempered glass in front of the case. Looks really nice because you get to see the fan through the tempered glass. Also, there is like a vent on both sides of the tempered glass. There is no dust filter, but it's okay. Also, you have a RGB strip on both sides of the case. Now, you can also move the front I/O. Now, the front I/O currently I have on the top, because I moved it from the bottom. I kind of like it on the top, and then I moved the Gamdias logo the bottom. You guys can see. One thing I didn't like about Gamdias logo, because you can change the color. Gamdias logo is not RGB, so you kind of stuck with the color yellow. So that's the only downside. Now you can control these fans with the fan controller, and also there is a RGB control option. Now if we look at the front I/O, you will see this case does come with 2 USB 3.0 port, 2 USB 2.0 port. You have microphone jack, you have a headphone jack, and then you have a power bottom. Also there is a fan control bottom and a RGB control bottom. So with the RGB control bottom, you can change the style of the RGB, the color, and also with the fan control bottom, you can control the fan speed. Now inside you will find, like I say, full ATX motherboard tray in there. Now right hand side next to the motherboard, there is 2.5 SSD mounting option, and front you can go with either 320mm fans like how I have here, or 240mm fans, or radiator AIO liquid radiator all the way up to 360 millimeter. Now currently without the 360mm radiator, you can go all the way up to 350mm graphics card. This case also does come with a full power supply shroud, so looks really nice. It does have a vent on the top, so basically you have the option if you want to mount the power supply fan facing up. So if you have a power supply with RGB fan and you want to show off your RGB fan, you can just flip the power supply so you can take the air from the inside. I don't really recommend that, but if you want to do that, you just want to show off your power supply, that's okay. Rear you can mount either a 180mm liquid cooler, or you can mount a single 120mm fan or a 140mm fan. Now up top you can install up to 220mm fans or 240mm fans. So the case does come with 7 cutout for the cable management, including the one on the I/O side, but there is no rubber grommet. Now, one more thing I like about this case does come with the dark tempered glass. Now, I like the hinge option. So most of the case nowadays, basically you unscrew and you just take the tempered glass and you put it on the side. Now with this case, you can just unscrew 2 of these screws, and then you can just leave the tempered glass on the hinge. So let's put it this way, you are upgrading your RAM or you're just cleaning your system, you don't have to take the glass off every time. And it's kind of risky whenever you take the glass off, and if you don't put that tempered glass on a safe place, you know, you can break it. So yes, I really like this hinge option. And where you also have 7 PCI slots. Now remember one thing, these you need to like push and break these PCI slots. You don't have to unscrew these. What I don't like, some of the motherboard have like a big plastic shroud on the IO side. So if you have a motherboard with like a big IO shroud, then I would recommend breaking the PCI slot before you install your motherboard. So just break the ones for your graphics card, like 2 of those, so you know you don't scratch your motherboard. Now if I didn't mention, let me mention now, this case does come with option for installing your graphics card vertically. Now you do need a PCI extension cable. You can pick up one for like $20, a good one from Amazon, and you can mount your graphics card vertically, and that's a really good option. I personally don't own any case with that option, so this option is really cool. Now let's check back of the case real quick. So my cable management game is not all that great, and one thing I didn't like about this case, now we're talking about the cons, there is not enough space for the cable management. So that's one thing really bothered me, but other than that, it's not that bad. You can you know, push all the cables to like front of the case, like there's like a little space there, and you can tie everything up there. This case doesn't come with any cable ties or anything, but it does come with zip ties. Okay, it doesn't come with any built-in cable ties, it does come with zip ties. And also you guys can see I'm using a Gamdias power supply here, 750 watt. This power supply is slightly longer. I don't know the exact length, the size of this power supply, so I had to slightly move the cage. Okay, so let's talk about the cage real quick. You can install either 2 3.5 mechanical hard drive or 2 2.5 SSD or mechanical hard drive. Now if you're planning on installing the 360mm AIO right now, we have to get rid of the cage. We don't have any option, or get like a smaller power supply. So you know, so that's like the one thing that was bothering me, but I'm not using a 360mm AIO, so that's okay. But you know, I'm just telling you guys real quick, because if you do face this problem with this case, then most likely either you have to get rid of the cage or just don't install a 360mm AIO, just go with 240mm and you should be fine. Alright guys, so this case comes with 2 dust filter. One right on the top, top one is a magnetic dust filter, so you can easily remove and clean it. And also bottom you'll find a power supply dust filter, you can easily remove and clean also. Also you will find a fan controller and a RGB controller. You can connect all your fans to the RGB controller. Also you can control the RGB color, style, or the fan speed, or you can turn off the fan. So that option is really good. $90 price tag is not all that bad, because it does come with these RGB fans, and these fans are really beautiful. So I think this case for $90, you can't really go wrong. I kind of like this case. Maybe I'll use this case for my main workstation build. I'm still not sure. Stay tuned. If you guys want me to use this case, give this video a thumbs up. So guys, that should be it for this video. If you guys do like this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. Alright guys, see you guys next one.